Okay, so I wanted to stop what I was doing and kind of put everything aside, all the training and the busyness and the coaching and all that stuff, to just set it aside for a moment and give you some grace and encouragement and love on you today. I know that all of this, all of what you're doing is really hard. It's hard to prioritize your self-care. It's hard to lose weight when you have weight that needs to be lost. It's really hard to get in good shape. And you need to know that what you're doing, it is hard. It's not easy, period, okay? So you're coming up against so much as you're going through this process. You're facing circumstances that make it more challenging, whether those circumstances are just juggling life, family, your kids, maybe your job, maybe you're even moving, and that can make your situation really, really challenging. You're also coming up against actual physical challenges. It's hard to physically get in shape. You have to work hard at it. It's hard to come up with the willpower and the discipline to eat and choose the right foods on a regular basis. It's hard to deal with soreness and physical fatigue and prioritizing your sleep. Those things are hard to do. You're also coming up against emotional challenges. You're dealing with motivation issues, trying to stay inspired, trying to find your passion. That's challenging when you have emotional issues too. Maybe sometimes you just feel downright overwhelmed. You're also coming up against spiritual challenges too. And sometimes we kind of forget about that component. You're facing feelings of fear of failure. You have doubt. You're lacking trust in the process. And maybe you're trying to grapple with contentment versus pursuing fitness and pursuing a healthy body, and how do those things balance up? And maybe you have questions about, what is God's will for me in this at this moment anyway? I don't even know. So those are all the challenges that you're coming up against. But listen, so many messages out there and so many things that are marketed to us on a regular basis try to tell us that it can and it should be easy. And if it's not easy, there's something wrong with you. And that is a flat out lie, okay? Because this process is actually pretty hard. I'd say that there's something wrong with that program if it's not addressing and acknowledging all of the challenges that you're facing and not giving you real tools and coaching tips and assistance on how to handle all of those things. So double check and make sure that you are getting the encouragement and the support that you need to work through all of these issues. So listen, you just need to be encouraged today, and I think that you really just need to receive some grace for where you're at on this process. Remember, grace is never as sweet and never as needed as when we're at our absolute weakest, right? Remember, God's grace is enough for you because His power is always displayed the most dramatically, the most beautifully, the most richly when we're at our absolute weakest in ourself. That always makes me tear up a little bit because I get weak too. Remember, you're not a failure. You never have been. You never will be a failure. And I think that you just really need to hear that today. So, and I don't know why I'm getting emotional about it, but maybe you will too. So listen, I have something I need for you to receive and understand today, and it's out of 1 Timothy, and this is something that I cling to on a regular basis also, and it's 1 Timothy 6:11 through 12, and I'm going to try to paraphrase it so it makes more sense to you. But listen, sister, as for you, flee all that stuff, flee all those things, flee away, get away from the things that tell you that you're a failure and that you're never going to make up, but you're never going to work up to it. All those things that are dragging you down, that are giving you doubt and fear, run away from that stuff, okay? Instead, pursue righteousness, pursue godliness, pursue faith, love, pursue endurance, and pursue gentleness through all of it. Fight the good fight, okay? Fight that good fight. Take hold of what you were called to, and that is an everlasting and abundant life. Whew, don't ever stop, okay? That is my word of encouragement to you today. Watch it again if you need to, and I'm sorry I bubbled up in crying tears. But you never know what comes over you when it does. But listen, I needed you to know that today. I love you so much.